My name's Greta. I am originally from Lithuania, but I've been living in Glasgow for the past 6 years, and I work as a finance controller. I really like my sleep, so to wake me up in the morning, get me out of bed, it takes at least 3 or 4 alarms. The first one goes off about 7:30 or 7 o'clock, and it actually is more maybe for the dog because this is a sign for the dog that she can jump in the bed and have a bit of a morning cuddle with us. So as soon as she hears the first alarm, she just jumps out of her bed, and you can see the excitement in the dog's face, and this is her start of the day as well as this for mine. After that, I've got another 2 or 3 alarms, and then I finally get off bed about 8:30. If it's my turn to take the dog out, I'll take her out for a quick walk. I'll then have a shower, and then my actual work day starts at 9. So I'll be at my desk maybe 2 or 3 minutes before 9. I'll never come early to work, but I'm never late, so just a few minutes before. I usually get a kettle on for the coffee, but as soon as I sit down to work and I open my first email, I have this urge that I need to reply to it, so I always forget the coffee. And it's my partner who actually makes the coffee, brings a cup to myself and for himself. And I'm just straight into work at that time. The first things I do at work is check my emails, check my calendar to see what calls I've got scheduled for the day, and I'll always open the bank account to see any payments that we received. I'll put all the payments on the accounting system, and I'll check any clients who need to be taken off the debtor list. The rest of the day for me at work, it just depends on the time of the month we're in. The first few weeks of the month are always the most busier because this is the time when I need to prepare all of the financial reports for the previous month, and I do this big management accounts report for the board of directors to let them know how well we performed, how each individual salesperson did, what was our income, expenditure, payroll, and so we know whether we made profit or loss and how future months are expected to look like. I usually forget about breakfast. If I remember to eat something, that's about 10 o'clock. And I usually make myself a quick porridge or some muesli with yogurt, and I just eat it very quickly while working just at my desk. While I'm working, I always like to have music on, and that's lately either Bon Jovi or Imagine Dragons or Need to Breathe. I have it on quite loudly because I really like to have something in the background, and my partner works in a different room. I always also have a Teams chat open so I can speak to my team. I think now that we're working from home, we don't see the colleagues so often, so it's quite important to feel like you're still part of the team. We always crack a joke to each other. We all love GIFs, all about GIFs. So whoever posts a good GIF that fits in the chat, that feels amazing. And I always want to be me, but usually it's not me. Lunchtime for me is 1 o'clock. And lately, because me and my partner have been training for a big hike in the Alps, if the weather is good, we're hoping to do Mont Blanc, the highest mountain in the Alps. If not, then the second highest mountain in the Alps. So at lunchtime we train, and lately we've been doing Insanity training program, which is insanely difficult. It's definitely the most difficult training program I've ever tried. We're both covered in sweat and just, it's difficult when the first move of the training is called suicide drills, or it's power jumps, power jacks and things like that. So, but it is rewarding because we both feel the benefits of it. Of course, we don't have time to eat lunch then, so it's a quick protein shake, protein bar, some fruit, maybe toast, and something like that. And then back to work. The rest of the day, I'll probably have 1 or 2 calls with my colleagues, and I'll then make sure that all the bills are paid. I'll pay our staff's expenses. I'll collect receipt for any payments that we made throughout the month. I'll do payroll and all of the financial tasks, as I said, just depending on where we are in the month. My working day officially finishes at 5, but I never finish work at 5. It's usually 6, sometimes maybe 5:30. That's the best case scenario. and then it's time to walk the dog again. She usually heads to go for this walk. She runs away, so we have to catch her. She loves that game, by the way. So once we catch her, take her out for a quick walk, and then we're back home. I always make a nice homemade warm meal, and I really like to experiment for that. So I try different kitchens, different dishes. I like to follow some Instagram pages for ideas, and like to use Simply Cook, which helps you to pick different cuisines every day. Last night we had Yemen pilaf, for instance, or we sometimes can have Brazilian, African food, just every day something different. And then after dinner, I'll either watch a movie with my partner, or I like to listen to an audiobook while doing home chores, so like cleaning the fridge or emptying the drawers, things that I don't like to do, but it's much more pleasurable with an audiobook, or watch a good documentary on Netflix. And then the night finishes really late for me. It's about midnight. Just before midnight, I take the dog out for the last quick walk, and then 12 o'clock, brush my teeth, to bed. Me and my partner both can't sleep without some background noise, so I know it might sound weird, but we always fall asleep to Simpsons. So we've got, we don't have a telly in the bedroom, but we've got the, how do you call that thing, that projector. So we'll have Simpsons, and we usually both fall asleep in the first 3 minutes, so next day we don't even know what episode it was on. And that's the end of my day.